Good day, football fans, and welcome to Diary TV Sport Pulse, your go-to source for the latest on Nigerian football and beyond. I'm your host, Oganekaro Asowe, and today we're diving deep into the latest development surrounding the Super Eagles, their new head coach Eric Chelle, and the intriguing absence of star striker Victor Osimhen from two major international engagements. As of today, the football world is buzzing with reactions to Nigeria's recent Unity Cup triumph and the upcoming friendlies against Russia. Was Osimhen left out of these squads, and what does it mean for the Super Eagles' future? And how is Coach Eric shaping the team? Stay tuned as we break it all down in this special update packed with insight, analysis, and the latest news. Let's kick things off. Let's start with the Unity Cup, a four-nation tournament held in London that wrapped up just a few days ago on May 31st, 2025. The Super Eagles, under the guidance of new head coach Eric Chelle, lifted the trophy after a trailing 5-4 penalty shootout victory over Jamaica, following a 2-2 draw in regulation time. This win marks Nigeria's first senior international trophy in 12 years since their 2013 African Cup of Nations triumph in South Africa. For a nation hungry for silverware, this victory at Brentford Gitte Community Stadium was more than just a friendly. It was a tournament win. It was a statement of intent. The Unity Cup featured Nigeria, Ghana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago, with the Super Eagles facing off against their fierce rivals, the Black Stars of Ghana, in the semi-finals on May 28. A 2-1 victory set up the final against Jamaica, where Nigeria showcased resilience and tactical flexibility. What makes this tournament special was Coach Eric's bold squad selection. He opted for a blend of experienced players like Moses Simon and Wilfred Ndidi, alongside a significant contingent of Nigeria Premier Football League players. 11 in total, including debutants like Junior Harrison Unduka of Remo Stars and Enugu Rangers' Saviour Isaac. His move signals Chelle's commitment to tapping into local talent, giving players who rarely get a chance on the international stage a platform to shine. Standout performances came from AC Milan's Samuel Chukwueze, who was deployed in a central attacking role rather than his usual wing position, scoring a clinical goal against Jamaica, and Cyriel, who led the line in the absence of bigger names. Brentford's BT defender Benjamin Fredrick also emerged as a surprise star, stepping in after an injury to Semi Ajayi and earning a call-up for the next match. Chelle's willingness to experiment paid off, restoring pride to Nigerian football and proving that depth exists beyond the usual Euro-based stars. Where are those stars, particularly Victor Osimhen? Let's dive into that next. Biggest talking point from the Unity Cup and the upcoming Russia friendly on June 6 is the absence of Victor Osimhen, Nigeria's talismanic striker and the 2024-25 Turkey Super League Golden Boot winner. Osimhen, who has scored an impressive numbers of goals for Galatasaray this season, was suspiciously missing from both the 26th Unity Cup squad and the 19-man roster for the Russian friendly at the Moscow Luzhniki Stadium. Fans and analysts alike have been scratching their heads wondering why the Super Eagles' biggest star was left out. Well, Coach Eric has provided some clarity, and it's a story that is as much about Osimhen's future as it is about the team's strategy. According to Chelle, Osimhen was excused from both engagements to allow him time to resolve his ongoing transfer saga. The 26-year-old, currently on loan at Galatasaray from Napoli, faces a pivotal decision this summer. His stellar performances in Turkey, where he clinched the Super League title and the Golden Boot, have attracted interest from multiple clubs. Reports indicate that Premier League teams, Serie A sides, and Saudi pro giants like Al Hilal are in the race for his signature. Sources close to Galatasaray suggest Osimhen has until Friday, June 6, to make a final decision on his next move, with the Turkish club keen to secure him permanently by meeting his Napoli release clause. Chelle, speaking to BBC Sport Africa, didn't hold back in his praise for Osimhen, calling him the best striker in the world. However, he emphasized the need to give other players a chance, especially in a friendly tournament like the Unity Cup, where the focus was on building squad depth. The timing of the Unity Cup, which ran from May 27 to May 31st, overlapped with the Turkish Super League conclusion on June 1st, making Osimhen's participation logistically challenging. But the Russian friendly scheduled for June 6 would have been feasible. Chelle's decision to rest Osimhen suggests a strategic choice to prioritize the player's mental and professional clarity over a non-competitive match, especially with crucial World Cup qualifiers looming in September. This move has sparked debates. Some fans see it as a pragmatic decision, allowing Osimhen to focus on his career while giving others a chance to shine. Others, however, wonder if it risks disrupting team cohesion, especially given Osimhen's leadership and goal-scoring prowess. Posts on X reflect this divide, with some users praising Coach Eric's squad rotation, while others questioning why a player of Osimhen's caliber would miss a high-profile friendly against Russia. What is clear is that Osimhen remains central to Nigeria's plan, with Coach Eric already in talks with him ahead of the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco. But for now, the spotlight shifts to the player stepping up in his absence. On June 6, 2025, the Super Eagles will take on Russia in a highly anticipated international friendly at the iconic Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. This match marks Nigeria's first ever meeting with Russia, and it's a chance for Coach Eric to further test his squad against a formidable opponent. Russia, led by Coach Valery Karpin, is known for its discipline and physical style of play, making this a valuable test for Nigeria ahead of their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Rwanda in September. Coach Eric has named a 19-man squad for the Russian friendly, bolstered by 4 additions from the Unity Cup roster: Bedford's Benjamin Fredrick, NPFL star Isaac Cyriel, Sadiq Ismailia, and Sikiru Alimu. Notably, the squad includes returning players like Captain William Troost-Ekong, Ola Aina, Bright Osai Samuel, and Victor Boniface, who were absent from the Unity Cup. However, Osimhen and Ademola Lookman remain sidelined, with Chelle opting to rely more on forward like Cyriel Dasa, Tolu Arokodare, and Samuel Chukwueze to lead the attack. Chelle's approach for this game is clear. He wants a result. Speaking before the team's departure to Moscow, he emphasized a winning mentality, stating, "We are not there just making the trip for the sake of it. We are there to secure a result." The Unity Cup intensity, particularly the emotional toll of the Jamaica final, has Chelle focusing on mental resilience. He's also experimenting with tactical flexibility, as seen in his use of Chukwueze in a central role and giving NPFL stars significant minutes. The Russian friendly will be a chance to refine these tactics against a non-African opponent, offering insight into how Nigeria may fare in diverse competitive scenarios. Russia coach Karpin, in comments reported on X, downplayed the absence of Osimhen and Lookman, calling Nigeria a strong side regardless. They set the stage for a competitive clash, with Nigeria's youth and experimental squad looking to prove a point. Keep an eye out on players like Desa, who are emerging to be a reliable deputy for Osimhen, and the young defender Fredrick, who could solidify his place in Coach Eric's long-term plan. Of the story is Eric Chelle, the Franco-Malian tactician who took over as the Super Eagles head coach in January 2025. In just 6 months, Coach Eric has begun to imprint his philosophy on the team, blending bold experimentation with a respect for Nigerian footballing heritage. His Unity Cup squad, with its heavy NPFL representation, showed his willingness to look beyond Europe for talent, a move praised by former Eagles star Julius Agwahowa and criticized by others like Sunday Olise, who questioned the appointment of a non-Nigerian coach. Chelse's strategy is multifaceted. He is building depth, fostering a fluid and fearless style of play, and also creating opportunities for fringe players. His decision to rest Osimhen and Lookman for the Unity Cup was deliberate, aimed at testing new faces like Chris Santos Uche and Felix Agu while maintaining competitive edge. The Russian friendly will further showcase his ability to balance experience with youth as he integrates returning stars like Troost-Ekong with emerging talent. Looking ahead, Chelsea's focus is on the 2026 World Cup qualifiers and the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco. His early success in the Unity Cup has brought him goodwill, but the real tale lies in delivering results in competitive matches. As he told Oganla Media after the Unity Cup win, "This is my first trophy as a coach. I hope to win more for Nigeria." With Osimhen expected to return for these qualifiers, Chelsea's vision of a versatile, resilient and inclusive Super Eagle is taking shape. As we wrap up this special update on Diary TV, it's clear the Nigerians football is at a turning point. Coach Eric Chelle's bold decision from resting Osimhen to championing NPFL talent have sparked both excitement and debate. The Unity Cup victory has rekindled hope, with tomorrow's friendly against Russia offering another chance to see the Super Eagles soar. Osimhen's absence, driven by his transfers uncertainty, underscores the challenges of balancing club and country. But his return for the World Cup qualifiers promises to be fireworks. Stay tuned to Diary TV for the live coverage of the Russian friendly and exclusive post-match analysis. What do you think of Coach Eric's approach? Should Osimhen have been included? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Ogenekaro Asowe, thanking you for joining us on Sport Pulse. Until next time, keep the football fever alive.